The time we waste on lamentation is wasted. Better to stop lamenting so we can do something positive to attain spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, the greatest offense in spiritual life is to disobey the Guru. Shruti Shastra Nindanam Guror Avagnya. If you accept a Guru and then disobey him, what is your position? You're a hypocrite. You're duplicitous. You promise before the Guru, before Kṛṣṇa, before the sacred fire, that I shall obey your order. I shall execute whatever you like. And then you don't fulfill your commitment to your initiation. Then you're not even a sane human being. What to speak of a devotee? This is common sense, but you would be surprised how many people want to take a guru just as a fashion, as an external thing. They don't really surrender in their heart and soul. So when it comes to the difficult parts of spiritual life, where you have to give up your bad habits and tolerate all kinds of different problems, they fall down. So the way to avoid falling down is to follow the instructions of the Guru. And the first symptom of a bona fide disciple is that he controls his tongue. He's sincere and truthful. He chants the holy names of the Lord, and he eats only prasadam, or sacred food offered to the Lord. Our predecessor Acharya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, has said, Tara madhye jivayati, lobamoy sudurmati, take jeta katina sangsare. Out of all the senses, the tongue is very powerful, so it is very difficult to control it. And he continues, Tara madhye jivayati, lobamoy sudurmati. The tongue is very greedy and difficult to control. Therefore, Kṛṣṇa has given us a very powerful weapon. And what is that? Kṛṣṇa boro doyamoy kori bore jiva joy, sva prasad anadilo bhai. Kṛṣṇa is very kind, my brothers. Therefore, he has given us the remnants of his foodstuff, prasadam. So if we make this promise that I shall not eat anything which is not offered to Kṛṣṇa, then your tongue will be controlled. And in the Shastra, the scriptures, it is said that you cannot understand Kṛṣṇa. You cannot understand even his name with these imperfect senses. Ata Shri Kṛṣṇa namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyaihi, sevon mukhe hi jivadau, svayam eva spuratyadaha. No one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, quality and pastimes of Sri Kṛṣṇa through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form, quality, and pastimes of the Lord revealed to him. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234. Sevon mukhe hi jivadau. But when you engage your tongue in the service of Kṛṣṇa, then Kṛṣṇa reveals himself. This is a very confidential secret of spiritual life. So the tongue's business is two different things. One is to speak, vibrating sound. And the other business is to taste our food. So if you engage the tongue in the matter of Kṛṣṇa's service by vibrating your mantra daily, and if you don't allow your tongue to touch anything, any food which is not offered to Kṛṣṇa, then you immediately become realized in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. When the tongue is controlled, all the other senses are automatically controlled. This is the real spiritual process. So always engage your tongue by chanting the holy name, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and offer pure, clean, vegetarian food to Kṛṣṇa with nice prayers. And here's how you do it. First of all, when you cook with only pure vegetarian foods. The ingredients must be pure and clean. Don't use any processed food. Don't use any commercial mixes or stuff like that. It all has different chemicals and stuff. Use pure, organic, simple vegetables, grains, beans, milk products, pure vegetarian ingredients. Then, when you cook, think of Kṛṣṇa. think that you're cooking for Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is a guest in your home and you're cooking for him. Make very nice, palatable dishes. And if you like, there are recipe books available, or I may even post one on the site. If anyone is having trouble finding, proper recipes for vegetarian cooking, just let me know. When you cook, everything must be very clean. And you don't taste the food when you cook it. You follow the recipe, cook the food very nicely, don't taste it, and don't put things like onions and garlic that cause the breath to remain contaminated after the meal. Kṛṣṇa doesn't take those things. So then put everything in a nice bowl. Kṛṣṇa should have his own bowl or plate, and set it before the picture of Kṛṣṇa. Bow down and ask Kṛṣṇa very humbly to please accept this nice meal. And give Kṛṣṇa a few minutes to eat, maybe a glass of water to wash it down with. And afterwards, the food is prasadam. So take the food off of Kṛṣṇa's plate and wash his plate. Then you put it on your plate, and then you take the food. This is the process followed by devotees of the Vedic system all over the world. More than 1 billion people. And if they can do it, you can do it. It's very easy. You simply offer your food to Kṛṣṇa. And everything you cook, make sure it's pure, clean, and that you're in a good space when you cook it. Because the vibrations, the energy of your mood is transferred to the food. Therefore, it's better to be in a state of transcendental consciousness. So chant while you're cooking. Chant your mantra while you're cooking. It's very easy. You already know how to cook. So just chant the mantra while you're stirring things, chopping things, whatever is necessary. That way, you can remain always in spiritual consciousness. And when you take this food, meditate on the fact that it's Kṛṣṇa's prasadam. It's the remnants offered to Kṛṣṇa with love and devotion. This is how we live at New Talavan, our spiritual community in southern Mississippi. And this is how devotees live all over the world. So it's a very practical process. And pretty soon I'm going to post some recordings of festivals, and you'll get to hear us also chanting for Kṛṣṇa in the temple and like that. And you can live like this too. You can start your own community. We have published instructions on the web. In tomorrow's post, I'm going to go over some of the links and resources that are available to you as a community member of the esoteric teaching. It turns out that iTunes does not publish posts unless they have a multimedia component, such as a sound file. So therefore, a lot of the people on iTunes have been missing out on some of the things, the news items that we've posted on the blog, because they didn't get forwarded, they didn't get syndicated by iTunes. Therefore, in tomorrow's post, I'm going to go over some of the resources that we have posted on different sites so that you can take advantage of them to further your spiritual life. Now we want to thank everyone who has been listening to our podcast all this time, and let you know that we have some surprises coming up next month. Of course, April 1st is always a little bit of a surprise, isn't it? Well, don't worry, we're not going to make any April Fool's jokes, but we are going to provide some more resources to help you attain your perfect body. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of My Perfect Body. This is David Hughes, your host, reminding you to visit us on the web at esotericteaching.org, where you can purchase the complete Esoteric Teaching Introductory Seminar DVD and many CDs of transcendental music and mantras.